Oh, good morning. How's everybody doing, man? It's early. Okay. Let me move everything to the screen. Mark, what's up, man? All right, my friends. We are live. Now, what we have first is some personals, and that's a little blurry. Let's see if we can fix that there. Oh, yeah, that's a lot better. We've got some personals, and then that was the box that was won last night. We're gonna do that second, and then this is some product I added to the 10 caser, which is half a jumbo and half an HTA, and then we'll actually start opening the 10 hobby boxes if that's cool with you guys. If that's cool with you guys, so I'm pretty sure it is. I'm gonna assume it is. I'm just gonna say yes. All right, so first up, we got this little box right here. All right, my friends, it is 6 a.m. and this is the Chris Brown 1 box we gave away yesterday on Twitter. So good luck to you, sir. Make sure you send me your address. I don't even know if you've won yet. I don't know if you ever replied. It was kind of late though, so you might not even know you won. So let's hit you something cool, and then you can find out about it later. Oh, I see some gold. Esmail Valencia, and Chandler Pollard, and your gold is Ryan Lasco, 50 of 50. All right. Hey, that's a pretty good card right there. That's gonna pay for your box. The box was free. It's a good hit though. It's a good hit. Congrats. All right. That's it. That's done. That's finite. Um, clean it up. Clean it up. Clean it up. Let me sleeve it up. And then, Chris, if you're watching this, I don't know if you are. Hey, Laper, what's up, man? Cyrus, Noah, Tony, how are you guys doing? You guys having a good morning? I'm a little wound up. I just woke up. I've been up less than an hour. Well, I've been up an hour. Yeah, been up an hour now. So you know. All right, the next thing I have to do before we start is this personal. This is for Ethan 518. So good luck. Good luck. Let's see what happens. I opened an HTA case, a personal case. So you guys should check that out. Cruz, that's not a bad one. A little Rolfie Cruz. All right, I'll take that. And Jacob Wilson. All right, not a first Bowman, but good name, great name. And Jared Serna. Yeah. Yeah, all right. I would say that was a pretty good box. Pretty good box. And that is for Ethan 518. I will get this shipped out today. So that was my promise with that. All right. We're done with the we're done. I just had to do that right there. Actually, I didn't record that one. Hold on. All right, Ethan518. I didn't record. Well, I did. It's just in the very beginning of the 10 case player option, like the very first video, very first live stream. So you can actually see it open, but I didn't like make a separate recording because I'm an idiot. Hey, you probably don't care that I'm an idiot. Hey, good morning. No, I don't think I have anybody in the 10. I don't think I have anybody in the 10. All right, my friends, this is the 10 case. This is actually an 11 case because you got half of the HTA and half of the jumbo added for free. We got very little jumbo, like just a couple cases of jumbo. So there wasn't a lot of jumbo for me to add, which is why it's all hobby. But we also got very little of this. We did get enough to do a 5-caser of this, though. And we have enough to do some kind of a 3.5-caser of this. I don't know. But this is part of the 10-case break. Believe it or not, that's half a case of HDA. HDA was only 6 boxes. So that's half a case right there. In the past, they've been 12. So if you see anybody talking about running 100 cases of HTA, it's pretty small break. It's pretty small break. Oh, I saw a name. Isaiah Drake. That's not the name I was talking about. And Anthony Baptist. All right. All right, I'll take that one. Look at that. Namala. First Namala in the very first box. Congrats. I know that spot went high, so, I want to hit him some cards. And we did in the bonus. So that's pretty good. All right, next box. What do I got here? Nishida. Okay. And Brock Porter. And Luis Baez. All right. I really want to hit one of those my first Bowmans. You know what I mean? It's like a bonus hunt. I'm excited about it. It looks like a red. Looks like we've got a red. Kevin Hidalgo. It's another spot went kind of high. I mean, not too high necessarily. Maybe it did. I don't know. Morabel. $4.99. And Ben Williamson. 3 of 5. I don't know who has this spot or what it went for. But that, my friends, is our first red of Bowman. And I'm pretty excited about it. So let me go ahead and close out that video. I did a quick 3-minute video just of those boxes. And then let me sleeve these guys up here. I also want to do the Namala because that was pretty high. And that's our first one, Yeah, there was some nice ones. I saw somebody post one. I guess there were breakers live at midnight. I'd have gone live at midnight, but I was always told I couldn't. And I'm pretty confident that if I had asked, they'd have told me no. But I understand people were breaking this live at midnight. So the reason I didn't is, I just don't want to get in trouble with fanatics because I tend to do that. So I gotta, just be careful. All right, that's pretty good. First red. All right, now we're gonna open jumbos, and then this will be it for jumbos for a minute. Okay. All right, so this is still the bonus product. I hope I hit an anime. I don't think you can hit an anime in HDA because it's auto only, right? So. And I don't think anime has autos, but we could hit it in this. For sure. Oh, I thought that was a red. I thought that was a red. All right, we've got Brooks Brannon. And then, I don't know what this is. It's cool, though. And then the power-up. Okay. Going to bed soon. Yeah, I'll be alive for a little while. Cespedes. That is the unnumbered. I forget what those are called. Lunar? Yeah, lunar. That is the unnumbered lunar. Oh, that's the AI. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Here's another one. And then here's Rookie of the Year, Evan Carter. Here's another power-up. I got to figure out where everything goes. All right, let's do that now. So the paper can't go this side of the chrome because there's going to be a lot of it. So we should put chrome here, and then the inserts up here some kind of way. How about that? All right, that's what we're going with to start. We might change it up. Rising Infernos, Ethan Salas. That's pretty cool. I know a lot of the inserts are really rare, so I won't worry about them as much. Man down. Have we hit an auto yet? There's going to be 3. Oh, there it is. Consuerga? Stanley. He's like, I'm just going to sign this Stanley. They'll know who I mean. Well, I mean, I would hope so, because like you mean yourself, but yeah. Yeah, I did. I sold the paper. So, paper did get sold, which is good. Ooh, that's a gold. Hey, that's a big one. Hell yeah. Aiden Smith. That is the big one, right? Golly. The names are like all running together on me. This really looks green. The lunar. The lunar looks really green. I'm pretty sure that's huge. I don't know why I don't know this by now. Oh, Aiden Miller. Aiden Miller went 1,000. Aiden Smith still went 300 though, so it's a good one. But it's Miller. That's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of the other Aiden. there, there's so many Aidens, but that's two Colorados. This box, a purple and a true gold. Yeah, you're right. You are exactly right. Well, still, it's still good. Hey, first paper. Mike Trout. Mike Trout's our first paper. Ellie De La Cruz. AI. Yeah, no, I mean, it's a great hit. And Sam Shaw. Let's see here. Enrique Bradfield. There he is. Aiden Miller to 99. That's a pretty good card. So, great box. Um, you know, that was a really good box. All right, let me put everything away and then we'll go to the next box. Paper's really far. Am I going to be able to reach all the way with it? Chrome. Let's sleeve these up here. That's not the greatest auto. I mean, if you're a collector, you know better. Come on, Sam. You knew what we were looking for. Come on, Sam. That's not cool, man. That's not That's not right. You knew what we wanted, Sam. Sam's dad's gonna hear it. Sam's dad's gonna hear it. He'll be like, oh my goodness, what was my son thinking? What was he thinking? Luke Keishel, paper. Okay, what do we got? Oh, that's top 100, yeah. Top 100. Another top 100. I mean, they're kind of cool. They're kind of cool. I thought the bar graphs in the background were different for each player, though, and they're not. They're not. You know, I thought it was like. Anyway, yeah, you know what I mean. Well, That's a lot. After getting none in the first box, getting 3 in a row. It's kind of odd. Okay. All right. What's what's going on? What's going on? The first box didn't have any, and we just hit 4 in a row. We got another gold auto. Siorka. Travis Siorka. All right. That's a good one. That's another good one. That's another one of these. Why are these orange? They're not numbered, right? This one's red. And then this one's silver. Maybe it's just by the team. I don't know. Must be. Must just be random, not actual color. All right, moving on. We've hit 1 per pack all of a sudden. Yeah, I saw that. It got hit by somebody breaking early. But they'd have hit it anyway, even if they had waited to do it on time. Another one? Yeah, that's, you know. Gladiators. That is a case hit. Gladiators of the Diamond. Got a little bonus in the bonus product. Hell yeah. Cooper Pratt. $4.99. And another. I don't know what to say. Here's another one. Rising Inferno. We're definitely hitting a lot of the top 100s. And Rosa. That one went kind of high. Jeffrey Rosa. A little bit of a high spot. Here's another one of these. These are all from the same case, these boxes. I just opened a case and pulled them out. So there's a Matt Shaw. All right. I was worried he'd be rare. I mean, he still could be, you know, but still hitting them every pack. I'll look in just 1 second at the Gladiator, like it might be numbered on the back. Alderman for your paper. Okay. All right, let me put everything away. I don't know. No, Gladiators is not numbered. got a yellow Jacob Wilson to 75. You know, it's funny. They're facing the other direction now. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that doesn't make a difference, but they're definitely flipped. Do a flip. Maybe they're just one per pack in jumbo. I don't know. Ryan Burrows to 299. Kyle Teal. That's a nice little card. Chase Davis. It's instinct to flip that last card like that. It's like, to flip the last paper card. It's instinct. Like, I was so used to doing it. Just start flipping paper. It's paper. That might take me a minute to break that habit. Man, it's nice opening jumbo. You know? It is nice. There's a lot of inserts in this box. I mean, it almost seems like one box missing them is easier to explain than them being one per pack. Jesus Rodriguez. Base auto. You know, like, that's a lot. It's a lot. And another Rosa. Pretty sure that's his second. But it might have been in one of the first boxes. Might have been in the personals, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I know. I got one more jumbo to do, and then I'm done. I'm done. Almost saved this for last, just so that I could have a break, but A refractor. Whew. Hey, Kelly, how you doing? I hope everybody's having a nice morning. I know it's 6 a.m. 6:30. No, it's 6:30. Kind of early, but you know, I wanted to get a good start, so pretty happy with it. All right, this is our last bonus box before we start the actual 10 cases, okay? So I hear you. Like ash or dirt or something. I feel like somebody tapped out their cigarette into that box. Before they put the Bowman cards in there. Marcelo, Douglas Glod. I thought I would call him Gold for sure because my brain always says Gold. It's like, hey, you dyslexic so and so. That's Gold, not Glod. All right, good. We got a purple Anthony Hueso. Hueso. Not sure. Gabriel Gonzalez, purple. Everson. Somebody took the last the last unpaid spot, but you could probably talk them out of it because I think they just took it to be, you know, to fill the break. If you post in there, I think it was like $15. It was weird. I don't know why the guy didn't pay, but Castro. Pink paper, Antonio Anderson. Man, that's a lot of those cards. Holy smokes. Walker Jenkins. There's a oh, the patterns look so much cooler this year. Hell yeah on the pattern. Although this one got caught in the crimp. Can you see it? It got caught in the crimp. But the patterns are amazing. Yeah, definitely better. Another Jesus Rodriguez. Look at that. All right. one more pack. Sorry. But in the description there'll be a link to my email list. That's the easiest way. But I mean, we won't fill a break for a minute. You know, although we do have 3 cases of jumbo and I think 1 HTA left. So I mean, maybe. I don't know. Guess we gonna find out. It is a stretch to get the paper in. All right, we can do a recap here of the the bonus product. Pretty good bonus, I feel like. That's a pretty good bonus because, I mean, you're only hitting 12 autos in your hobby boxes, and we just added way more than that. I feel like we did over 30, right? 15? No, 12 and 18. Yeah, we did 30 exactly. That's a lot. It's a pretty good bonus. Okay, let me put all of this away. All right, here we go. All right, my friends. So this is a recap of the bonus product. Half a case of jumbo and half a case of HTA. So these came out of the jumbo. Marcelo, Gabriel Gonzalez, Jacob Wilson is 75. Colin Hawk, we got a Gladiators of the Diamond. That is a case hit. So that was nice to hit it in a little half a case of jumbo anyway. Cooper Pratt, Bradfield, Aiden Miller, and Brooks Brandon. Really just the one really bowed card. The I don't know what that is. Pink, hot pink. That's probably hot pink, right? That one's pretty bowed. These came out of your jumbo. You got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 autos. Douglas Glad, Anthony Hueso, Jesus Rodriguez, Ryan Burrows, Jesus Rodriguez, Jeffrey Rosa, Travis Siorka, Sikora, Travis Sikora, Jeffrey Rosa, Matt Shaw, Sam Shaw. Not a good auto, Sam. I don't care. Stanley, and Aiden Smith, gold, 49 out of 50. And then these came out of the HTA, and there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of them. So not as many as I thought. So 9, and so 21 autos. Felix Morobel, and then a red Ben Williamson, 3 of 5. Anthony Baptiste to 99. Namala, Nishida, Brock Porter to 150. Luis Baez, Hidalgo, and Isaiah Drake. Isaiah Drake. So it was nice. It was a nice little bonus. Sure. All right, now on to case 1. All right, let me grab your case. Hoo-ah. Hey, good morning. Good morning. All right, so this is case 1. Yeah, we did do a big break of Heritage. We just finished it actually, and I barely survived it. Before Heritage, we did Series 1, so you know, we do. All right, my friends, here we go. He's here. He might be live, but he's here. All right, I gotta figure this out. All right, not too bad. Not too bad. Hopefully everybody's having a if we're gonna hit these as common as we did, as we did in Jumbo, they need to be where I can just place them down. Not even knowing what the spot is either. She's like, I just want that spot. What spot? You know that spot. What's the character from Living Color? You got any more of them Bowman players? Ryan Alasko. That was our first official hit, not counting the bonus product. Yeah. Yeah, just so. Power up. All right, so if we go like that. Oh, it might be the Chappelle Show. It might be. Jet Williams paper. I'm gonna turn my fan on. It's I lost where the power-ups go. Cooper Pratt. That's not numbered. Will probably end up being what, one per box? I think the Damon Wayans one was a homeless guy, right? But I think the guy with the white powder all over his face was probably Chappelle. Yeah. Byron Churio, brother of another mother for the Churio brothers. He's a different Churio altogether. Different bowl of Cheerios. Okay. Oh no. Atlanta's where sports cards go to die. Well, Douglas to 99. Douglas Galad. We had a guy one time, he's like, why didn't you ship my brake spot? It says you printed the label, but you didn't ship it. And I was like, well, you see, there's a hurricane, and I didn't want to ship it, like, right before the hurricane. And he was like, why not? And I was like, you know what a hurricane is, right? like, they were predicting a 4, I think a 3 hit, but it's like, you have heard of hurricanes, haven't you? I mean, I was just, you know, just looking out for you. Jackson Merrill. And I had updated the thread. He just chose to ignore that. And I said, hey, I'm going to print your labels, but I'm not shipping this because of the hurricane. Heston Kerstad paper. That's some nice paper. Okay. He's like, well, you better ship it. I was like, well, I don't have power, so you're gonna wait. If I don't have power, the post office probably doesn't have power. Ain't nobody going to work right now, bro. can't even drive down the road, bro. So you're just gonna have to chill. Valencia. Elkins. Let's go Rangers. Speaking of hurricanes, let's go Rangers. Somebody's going to town on the emojis. I see you. I see you. Justin Crawford, refractor. Yeah. He was like, you said you'd ship them within 5 days. I was like, yeah, I said business days, and you're counting the day I started breaking at 11 o'clock at night as one of the days. I was like, bro, you have got to give me a shot here. You know, like, if I didn't start the break until 11 o'clock at night, you can't count that as one of my shipping days. You know, like, we weren't even done with the break that day. They don't count. Some of y'all ruthless. No, this way. This way it's going to drive me crazy. I was looking at old tweets, right? And there was this. Speaking of hurricanes, there was a hurricane that was coming. It was like October or November of 2020. Like, it was a long time ago, right? And you got to remember, in October, I had less than 2020. I had less than half of the. Like right now, I'm at like, I don't know, something like 28,000 on Twitter. You know, I might have had 10 or 5,000 at the time. Like, it wasn't. I don't think that matters, but it does for the story. So let me tell you this story. So there was this guy, right? He joined the break, and I shipped him the wrong team, right? Okay, so I shipped them wrong teams, and I sent everybody a message. I was like, hey, I shipped the wrong teams. I don't think it was everybody, but it was a couple people anyway. And, you know, I'm really sorry about that. I sent everybody money to ship them back, and I would fix it, you know. So that's on me. Like, I made that mistake, all right? So one guy got the cards, and it was a $750 card in like a $50 break. You know what I mean? And he was like, yeah, I got him. He was like, I'll ship it back tomorrow. Okay? Everybody ships back their cards. I fix it. I send everybody their cards, right? The people involved. And one person didn't return the cards, and of course it was the guy with the he received a $750 card that wasn't his. And he kept it. So I sent him a message, and I was like, hey, you know, can you send me the tracking? And he ignored it, right? Ignored it. So he's ignoring me, but he's on the forum. Like, I can see when somebody's on the forum. So after 6 weeks, I went on Twitter, and I was like, hey, you know, just warning the community, this person, you know, stole the card. I sent it to him by mistake. That's my fault, but he said he'd return it and didn't. And, you know, just warning everybody, just be careful if you deal with this person. Well, it turns out he was like I don't know, like an announcer or something for a sport. And he had like 50,000 subscribers on Twitter. And I sent that message, and then the hurricane hit, so I lost power, right? So I don't see it for like 48 hours. And for 48 hours, he replied, and he was like, you sent me the wrong card. You know, that was your mistake, not my mistake, and you're making it look like, you know, I'm a thief and stuff like that. And man, his followers went after me, right? And I don't reply. So it makes me look really bad because I'm just ignoring it, you know, like hoping it'll go away. And man, he unleashed the horde, right? He sent all his people. And people in the sports cards, you know, they were like, oh, you know, I can't believe this guy would do this. Like, everybody's jumping on me. There's nobody, you know, like defending me because it looks like I'm dead ass wrong, right? And one guy, KT Cards, he goes looking at the dude's Instagram posts, and he finds a post where the dude had posted it. So what the guy said happened is that he packaged it up to return it, which was my mistake, sat it on his desk and forgot about it. That's what he said. And I didn't give any background details. I was just like, hey, warning the community. And that was his excuse, right? And, you know, so everybody just jumped all over me for, you know, attacking this dude and tarnishing his reputation when it was my mistake. So KT goes looking, and he finds a post the dude had made on Instagram where he posted the card as one of his top cards in his PC, right? Weeks after he said he packaged it up and then lost it on his desk, right? And he just posts that. That's all he does. He just posts that. And I get on, and it's been 48 hours of just complete radio silence by me. I get on, my phone comes back on, power comes back up, everything, we get the internet back, and dude, my Twitter, oh my gosh. There were so many notifications. I never saw them all. There were so many notifications. And it wasn't just people that guy had. It was the breakers. Like, think of every breaker you know that posts a lot on Twitter. And that breaker replied and did not say anything nice about me. You know, this is an object lesson of, you know, when you make a mistake, you should own it and not, you know, throw your customers. Oh, people were like, hey, if you break with him, come break with me. It was nuts, except KT Cards. KT Cards was the exception. There was maybe one more. Like, maybe Cyrus might have been like, hey, maybe we should wait and just, you know, hear what Houdini has to say. He'll be back, you know. But yeah, it was the hurricane, right? No power, no internet, nothing. Dude. So it was really easy to prove he lied, right? But I didn't do that for 48 hours because I was gone. So once I realized that he was saying obvious falsehoods, I was able to go and show where I did a screenshot of my messages that went ignored, right? Where I was like, hey, you know, do you have tracking? And he ignored it. And then after he ignored it, he was on the forum. And then after that, he posted it as one of his big PC cards. Never mentioning it wasn't his card, you know what I mean? So once that happened, it only took like one, maybe two posts. And the tide completely, like, all his people just went. There were still like 1, 2, or 3 people, but it was thousands. And then there was like 1 or 2 or 3, like, oh, you handled it wrong. There was people in the sports cards, like, oh, you know, they were just didn't care, you know, like they were out for blood. But like, it went from thousands to like a trickle. And then KT had that post, which I just don't think many people saw because there were so many posts. And I retweeted that, and then that was it. It was over. So that guy stopped replying. But man, it was just a crazy time because, and people were like, oh, I guess you learned your lesson when you attack somebody with, you know, 50,000 followers. You're gonna get taught or something. I don't know. It's crazy. And I was like, I don't care if you have 50,000 or 500,000. You know, if you scam, I'm gonna warn the community. That's all there is to it. And I just stood on that. But I was probably kind of a dick about it. You know how I am. And then I was more so back then. But yeah, it was crazy. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, KT came in, helped me out. It was funny. He was like, I had your back. Nobody else had your back, but I had your back. It was so funny. I was like, dang. Man, people switched up quick. And then the bunch of them unfollowed. Like, I lost like hundreds of followers. People like, I'll never break with him again. All kinds of stuff, man. All kinds of stuff. Hey, Jason Dominguez. That's your anime. And I guess that's the base because it's not numbered. But that is a cool card. Hell yeah. So congratulations. I don't know if that's one per case. I'm going to just call it a case hit, but that is a great card. But yeah, I saw it yesterday. I had forgotten about it. I saw it yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh. That was like a nuts, I don't know, day. It was probably a day of dealing with it. And then he sent the card back, wrote me a like a note, and sent me $20. So because I paid for the card, like the guy who owned the card, I paid him for it. $750. So, it's not like I didn't do that. I definitely did. But yeah, crazy. Just crazy. Whoa, easy there, buddy. That's a cool card. Yeah, KT did it. Yeah, KT did it. And that just made him look really bad. Because it wasn't on Twitter, so I guess he didn't think anybody. I never would have made the connection, Ryan Lasco. I feel like we already hit a Ryan Lasco. We did. That's our second. We've had two base autos. They're both Ryan Lasco. He really did. He went through his Instagram and found it, and then screenshot it, and then posted it. So it definitely helped. Like, whew. Yeah, he sent the card. He did return the card. After all that, he returned it, and sent me a bunch of other. I returned I didn't even read the note. There's nothing you can write. If you wanted to write me a note and maybe apologize, like I said, I never read it. You'd have just done that here on Twitter, like you did everything else. So I didn't even read it. I didn't keep his $20. He sent me, I think, a couple cards too. I didn't keep those. I just returned it. I put it all back in an envelope, shipped it back to him, called it a day. But yeah, it was a crazy time. And that was late 2020. But yeah. And then when he returned it, I posted. And I was like, hey, if anybody's, curious, just want to let you know that the card was returned. And, I appreciate that, I appreciate that he returned it. And that's all I said. And then one of his followers was like, wow, you don't even apologize. To me, they said that to me. And I was like, listen, I'll never apologize for pointing out that somebody, scammed me for $750. I'm always going to warn the community. But I'm sure he really appreciates you bringing that back up, because I didn't. I didn't. And I was like, but if you're looking for an apology, you're not going to get it. I don't care how many followers you have. I'll still, if you scam me, I'm going to tell everybody. You know what I mean? Like, because the next person you scam, I feel like that's, if I don't say anything, that's partly my fault. So I always post it. But yeah, that one. Whew. Maybe in the future, I would wait until after the hurricane to post it. But yeah, it was like the last thing I did before the hurricane hit was make that post. I don't know. I wasn't expecting what happened. But yeah, he sent it. Basayo. I don't know if it ever did anything to his reputation or not. But I did notice he's not with that same organization anymore. He's not doing what he was doing. I have a feeling that every time he got into an argument, because it was sports related, I feel like every time he got into an argument, somebody brought it up. You know what I mean? You would say that after you stole that card. You know what I mean? I feel like that was probably tough, because somebody's bringing it up every single time. George Lombard. So there's two of those in this box. Yeah, I did sell the paper. But the thing of it is if I hadn't have sent that post, I mean, he was ignoring me on the forum, so he wasn't going to return the card. But when I made the post, suddenly he was, So, like, yeah. that was one of the things he said. If you had come to me privately, you know, I'd have remembered the card and sent it to you. And then I never said anything, but when I got back on, I was like, I did try to reach you privately. You don't. If I try to keep this private, you know, because people were like, I feel like you should have just kept this between the two of you. And I was like, you know, if I had done that, I never would have gotten the card. You know, like, this is the reason that I'm getting a response. He ignores it. If you keep it private, he just ignores you. You know? It was funny. Like, I was like reliving the whole thing. I was getting mad again at some of the replies. Like, it's been almost 5 years. I was still getting mad. Yeah, in the forum. I don't know. Somebody could probably post that. One of the mods could probably post it for you. The OP of the forum. Yeah, I wasn't chasing him too hard. You know, I was giving him lots of time to return it, and then I got really busy. And then the other guy, the guy that it was his card, you know, he was like, "Hey, I never got my card." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, you're right. Let me reach out to him again." Because I just thought, you know, it was on its way or whatever. Because he was quick to say, "Hey, yeah, you know, I got it, and I'll return it, no problem." So that's when I sent him another message. It was like, "Hey, man, you know, just wonder if you got that tracking." And when he ignored that message, but I saw he was on and just ignored it, I knew I wasn't getting the card. So I paid. I told the guy, I was like, "Hey, I think this card's worth about $300." And he replied back, and I don't remember who this was, but there's nothing wrong with the way he did it. He said, "Yeah, it's worth about $300 now, but if I had gotten it right away, it would have been $750." He's like, "The card was worth $750 if I had immediately sold it, and I feel like you should pay me the $750." And I thought about it, and I was like, "You're absolutely right. You know, I do owe you $750." So that's what I paid him. I paid him $750. You know, so just one of those things. And then when the card came in, I don't think the original owner wanted it. I think he'd rather have the $750. I think that's how it worked. I might have just sent it to him anyway. That's probably what I did. That's what I do. But yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. Crazy times. I would never do that. I would never, you know, if you make a mistake, you know, and you're trying to fix it, I get it. It happens. You know, I'm not going to steal a card. So I don't understand why other people do it. Hey, thank you very much. Yeah, there's the thread right there. No, it's definitely not worth $750 today. It was a guy. He's a big prospect. Obviously, since it was a $750 card, it was a purple auto. But it was a Rangers prospect. I can't remember his name, and I don't even know what happened. Something happened. Like I think he was in a car accident, and it was his fault or something. And then after that, something else happened. The team just cited it as personal, and he's gone. Like I don't even think he's in baseball. What was that big prospect in 2020? Might have been draft or Chrome. Probably 2020 Chrome. That makes sense for the timing. And I want to say he was Rangers. Hey, I already did it. You want to see it? Hold on 1 second. I got you. I don't remember what you hit, but I remember it wasn't bad. Let me see. Here you go. You ready? This is your personal. Bam! Jacob Wilson. Not terrible. Not a first Bowman, but not terrible. Rolfie Cruz. Not bad to 150. And Jared Serna. Yeah, that was good. I think that was a pretty good box to 150. A little true blue right there. That's nice. I like it. I'll ship that out to you today. Yes, Bayron Laura. That's exactly who it was. It was a purple auto of Bayron Laura. And I don't remember what happened. I still don't know to this day exactly what happened with him. But when the product came out, he was huge. He was one, two guys. You know what I mean? And yeah, thank you, sir. I appreciate you. So whatever happened to him, look at these. The patterns are so cool, man. I really like the patterns. If I knew the pattern looked like that, I probably would have gone for them. Those are cool. Yeah, I think Acosta still got a chance, right? Maximo Acosta. I mean, I think he's still in baseball. I think. But yeah, Bayron Laura. That is the guy. And I remember talking to Phil and asking Phil about it. Not that Phil would necessarily have inside info, but he was big on him, and he was like, "Yeah, something happened. I think he was in a car accident, and then he was injured, so he's out for a minute. And then when he came back from that, I think he got suspended again, but they never said why exactly. Deturi, which is, pretty sus. So, and then that was it. He was out. He was gone. But yeah, thank you very much for the membership. Appreciate it. Yeah, Robert. I've seen them. I haven't hit one yet. I've hit some blues, but not that one. This is only our first case. We did some bonus product, and then now we're actually on case one. It's not bad. I mean, it's kind of like Heritage. Yeah. Yeah, I like them. I would love to hit one. I feel like it's another chase. It's almost like another superfractor. I don't think every player did it. But it might have. Maybe. Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it. They're probably over it. Yeah, that's terrible. I remember the accident because they said he would be okay. But anyway, this was before all that. He still had a lot of hype, but it had definitely fallen off since, release. Because remember, he used to sign Bayron, just Bayron, and he signed it like all the way at the bottom, like he would have signed it like right here. It would just be Bayron, just tiny, written all the way at the bottom of the. Remember Darian Cruz? So before like Tatis, Soto, and Acuna all blew up, right? Before they all blew up, they were on the top international prospects list, right? They were on the top international prospects. All three of those, several others, but specifically those three guys were on the same list. And above them on that list was a dude named Darian Cruz, right? Braves, I think. I think it was the Braves. And Carson Rucker, he signed obviously with the Braves, got his money and quit. He was like, I'm done. Got his guaranteed money and was out. He ended up being in like 2 products too because he was such a high prospect on that international list. Darian Cruz, by the time his first card came out, he was already out of baseball. I think he had autos too. I think he signed autos too, if I remember correctly. And he was gone, man. And you would hit like a big card of his and it was just worthless. It was completely worthless. Darian Cruz. Man. WNBA. Brando Mayea. Nice little card there. Yeah, I remember I got a bunch of his autos, I think for Mark Arum. Mark Arum sent me a bunch of his graded autos when he was doing the he was selling like graded cards. You buy 10 graded cards, something like that, 10 or 12 for like $100. And so I bought a bunch of them, and a bunch of Bayron Laura came with it. And he wasn't worthless at the time. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Mark Arum cheated me or anything, but they were down. You know, obviously if they were anyway, and they were down. And I set them aside because I was like, these are gonna go back up. You know, it's just these are gonna go back. And they have not gone back up. They have not gone back up. Chanel. Darian Cruz. Yeah, he probably does. I don't know. We should ask him. He spelled Darian with like an E. It was like D-E. Darian. Luke Adams. Okay, that's not Luke Adams. Base. That's a nice little auto. Base auto. It was Ryan Lasco we had already hit twice. So anyway, anybody joining us like as you get up here, 7:30 now. Good morning. Hopefully you have a good day. I'm gonna try to pull you all some good cards. It'll be a little slow, you know. Hobby's slow. Not like Jumbo, but yeah. Hit you some good stuff, and you can only hit orange in Hobby, so that was good. All right, Cyrus. We'll see you later. At 6 p.m., I'm doing a 5-case HDA break. So I got that going on tonight. I'm going to do at least 5 Hobby. I'm going to do 5 Hobby, and then I did the bonus product. And then I'm going to do the 5 HDA. So, and I might end up doing more than 5 of these. I'm not sure yet. Just, I'm only on a few hours sleep, so I'm not sure how well that's going to work. Okay. Nick Lofton paper. I've got a coffee. It's actually sitting next to me. It's probably cold by now. Hold on, let me have some. I had a coffee and a donut. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. Paul Skeens. Max Wagner. The lava. Man down. Yeah. Yeah, I heard. You see that whatnot scammer that got posted yesterday? That's crazy. It's crazy, man. The dude sounded like he was about 11, so not that that excuses it, but yeah, if you're buying teams, it probably depends on what team you like more than anything else. I don't know. There was some rare card. All right, so he did like this. He did this, right? And then you can see that there's a chrome card in the hit spot, maybe an auto or whatever, right? But it was orange, whatever it was. It was like a football product or something. And then he took it off. There was like a kid reporter card. He took the pack off camera, right? So the pack's now off camera. And he showed the kid reporter card and then brought the pack back on camera, and that card was no longer in the stack. And then he did like this and showed every card, and when he got here, it was gone. Yeah. Quintas, Carlos Quintas. Yeah, but I don't know, man. Full send. I think that's what he was called. Full send. And he did the. You remember the Brandon Cooks to 99? He did the Brandon Cooks to 99 thing where he was like, "Kid reporter," Kid Reporter card. Brandon Cooks to 99. It was cracking me up. I was dying. Somebody's at the door. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Got a top 100 to 150. That's pretty cool. I still feel like the bar graph should be different for each card. The best thing that ever happened to me as a breaker is in 2011, I hit like a superfractor auto of a top 5 prospect. He's still pitching. It's Dylan Bundy. But at the time, it was like a top 5 card in the product. $5,000, $10,000 card back then, which was huge. And I overnighted it. And then when the guy got it, because I was brand new, I'd only run a couple breaks, never hit anything. It was like my first superfractor. It was my first huge card. You know what I mean? And I overnighted it to the owner, and the owner posted the next day a photo of the card, and he said, I hit this in Houdini's break, and he was a new breaker, but I wanted the big break because it was like 6 cases. Which was huge at the time. It was one of the largest breaks ever. And he was like, and I hit this big card, and I already have it today. And that was it. Like, that was that. The next time I posted that break, it instantly sold out. Like, it was a lot of spots, and it was an instant sellout. And then the next time I posted it, it was an instant sellout. And then I went to 10 cases, and when I did 10 cases of 2011 Bowman draft, that was the largest break that had ever been run in sports cards. That was it. 10 cases. People were like, that's ridiculous. That many cases. You know what I mean? And by 2012, I was doing 100 casers. And it all started because I hit a big card, right? Legitimately a big card for the product. And I didn't have any thought of not sending it, but I guess it was not common, but it happened, you would join a break and you'd hit a big card and the guy would just be like, bye, and that was it. You never hear from him again. And when I shipped it, that was it, man. That's what started it all. Dylan Bundy. We called him Serial Killer Bundy. But yeah, that's how it started. May 2011. So this is 14 years. 14 years. That was 14 years ago. I guess it wasn't May that I hit the card though, but that's when I started breaking. Because it was Bowman draft. So that would have been probably November 2011. But when I first started on Blowout, you could only run 2 breaks at a time, and they were always really small, 1 case. So I would run like a case of Topps Chrome or a case of 2010 Bowman Draft, 2011 Bowman. I was running those kind of products. But just like 1 case at a time for the most part. The big guy's probably Dylan Cruz, Walker Jenkins, and this guy, Namala. Those are probably your top 3 as of today. 6 months from now it might be different, but those are your top 3. But yeah. And that's why I never understand why people do that. Like, I mean, I'm in my 50s and I open baseball cards for a living. I was just doing it as a hobby in my spare time, obviously, back then. I opened them on my kitchen counter. I had a little condo and worked a full-time job and ran brakes, like on the weekends, sometimes at night, weeknights. And it was great. I really liked it. And then when I realized that there was an opportunity, probably around that time when I hit that card, probably, and all of a sudden I could fill brakes immediately. Cole Foster, I thought, I could really do this full time. And created my own forum. I had my own forum, and kind of really broke out. Got a business loan, the whole thing, and yeah, that's now we've got a warehouse in the back and a loading dock, and you know what I mean. All because of Dylan Bundy. Dylan Bundy did it. The house that Bundy built. I shouldn't say that. Never mind. Dylan Bundy. The house that Dylan Bundy built. And I think he's still pitching. I'm pretty sure he was at least last year. But, yeah. He was never that superstar. But, I mean, he had a long career. Definitely had a long career. So I'd say he was successful. But as far as prospects go, no. But, Look at that. 2 gladiators of the diamond. In this case. No, I lied. The other one was in the jumbo, right? Yeah. All right. Little case hit right there. Yeah, that's a case hit. I knew that. So we hit an anime and a gladiators of the diamonds. That's pretty cool. I'll take it. I like the new inserts. I like how rare they are. I like all that stuff. Capri Ortiz. And so I did a 10 caser because I was doing 6 cases. And they were selling out so fast that I would feel bad because so many people would get left out, And how we used to run the breaks back then is I would take the price of the 6 cases and I would add 4%. Now remember, I was on my kitchen counter, okay? I would add 4%. That was my markup. And then I would divide it by every player in the product. And then we would random the players. So it was or we would do a draft. We did do drafts. Yeah, that was actually the way we ran it. So if you got the first spot in the break, you could draft first. So you could take Dylan Cruz, And the draft would take like a week because there was, hundreds of spots, or 250 at least. Because the auto was one spot, the base was one spot. It was crazy. Anyway, so they would instantly sell out. So I thought, well, why don't I try 10 cases? Because 6 casers are instantly selling out. And I did a 10 caser and it instantly sold out. So then I did 20 and it instantly sold out. So then we went to 50. This was probably 2012 Bowman by that time. We did 50 cases. And then I think 2012 Bowman draft was the first 100 caser, I think. And at that time when I did the 100, somebody else did 100 too. I think it was it Bumo? I think it was Bumo. And they were like, his was on eBay. And he made like twice as much money as I did because I did mine on the forum, so we had much less traffic. But I didn't have to worry about eBay. You know what I mean? I didn't pay the higher fees. I didn't have to worry about scammers. Like, you still get scammers on the forum, but it's nothing like what you see on eBay. You know what I mean? But if you're making twice the money, it's worth it. You got to deal with the occasional scammer, but you just kill it. But I just kept it on the forum. And then by keeping it on the forum, the blowout would basically extend me credit, And at first it was like I had like a $40,000 credit limit with Blowout, right? And the first time I went over that, I was so worried. I sent him a message and I was like, "Listen, I know I'm over my limit, but I would explain like this break got delayed and this product got pushed back and Fish, the owner, he was like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." That was it. I sweated that phone call for like 24 hours, and then he was like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." That was that's how the call went. And then the first time I owed them $250,000, because he was like, "Just don't worry about it." He was like, "If you go too high, I'll call you." So that basically it was like an Amex. I didn't have a credit limit. So then one time I owed him $250,000, and they called me, and they were like, "Hey, you owe us $250,000,000," and they're like, "What's up?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think I can pay it all by, I don't know, such and such a date." And they were like, "Okay." And that was it. And I did, I paid it by that day. Or if I didn't, I would just let them know. And there was a day, it was probably in 2020, where I owed them $1,000,000. Easily $1 million I owed them. And they never called. And then, and it was something like this where Bowman, I feel like Bowman Chrome, Topps Chrome, and Bowman Draft all released at the same time. And so I put in orders of like 100 cases of each, or 150 or 200 cases. You know what I mean? Like that's what had happened. And then all the little stuff, like probably Transcendent, I would get like 20 cases of Transcendent. 20 cases of Transcendent's almost $500,000. Like, I think it is $500,000. So I think that's what happened. That's why I owed them that much. But, I had it paid off within the month, and they never said a word. They never said one word. They were just nothing. So I've never gotten that high before. That was just circumstances where, if you guys remember, products were delayed because of printer difficulties and stuff like that. And so, like, it all kind of came out at once. And I feel like it was like Topps Chrome. Hey, that's a good hit. Walker Jenkins, nice card. Topps Chrome, Bowman Draft, and Transcendent all kind of hit within a couple weeks. And that's when it was. And they didn't even blink. So I was like, yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's a lot of trust. That's a lot of trust. Yeah, Bundy was the guy, man. Baltimore Orioles. Superfractor auto. My first Superfractor auto. Who are you? Just a dude. Just a dude. Encarnacion Strand. Little pink paper rookie. Just a dude opening baseball cards at 6 a.m. It's not 6 a.m. anymore. Almost 8 a.m. Jared Dickey. That's a nice card. Jared Dickey, Kansas City /25. 7/25, Jared Dickey. Yeah, these are all old stories. All this is pretty old. Well, the $1 million story is like 2020, I think. But, yeah. There's a lot of time for stories while you open hobby. No, we do more. We'll definitely do more once Fanatics has all the licenses. Anthony Skull base auto. 2025, 2026, baseball, football, and basketball will all be under Fanatics. So we'll definitely be doing more of them then. But we do soccer. We've got UFC coming out, I think 10 days, something like that. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff. We've hired a new breaker. We got a new breaker coming on. You're gonna love her, but she's gonna start slow, and she's not gonna start until I think a week from today. And it'll be she'll just be like helping me out or helping Jay Brooks out until she's ready to do. And she'll start small. She'll do little small mixer breaks at first, but you guys are going to really like her. She used to work for us a while ago, a few years ago. So, and then we've got another breaker that we want to start, but she's right now sorting for us, and we can't pull her off of it because she's our best sorter. You know what I mean? So for right now, she's got to stay there until we can replace her, which she doesn't mind, but she's going to be really good too. So you guys are going to like her too. So we got a couple new breakers coming. There's a lot of changes coming for us, you know. Comics and stuff like that. Pull up a chair. It's all PayPal, you know, but if you join my email list, if you look in the description of the video, there should be a link to my email list. It'll just be like, click here. And the email list looks a little sketch. When you click it, it's like just a button. And it's like, hey, here's the email. But yeah, you just put your email in there, and then when I post new breaks, I send an email out. And you can obviously skip them because sometimes they're expensive, sometimes they're cheap. Who knows? But yeah. Now, I'll be busy for a while with this, so there might not be any breaks posted, you know, for a couple weeks or something like that. But so we've got this 10 caser, and then we got 100 after it. I didn't get the Star Wars Sapphire because I have a bunch of Star Wars Sapphire just sitting on a shelf, and it didn't make sense to buy more. You know what I mean? I mean, I liked it. I thought it was cool, but I didn't buy it. And I didn't buy Heritage Mini because, you know, I've opened a lot of Heritage. You know, I'm ready to move on with my life. So, yeah. No, he's not scaling back. He's asleep. But his daughter goes to school around 8-ish. So he said he'd be in after that. I figure he'll probably roll in around noon. But JB's going to do half these cases, and he'll do half the 100 caser. So the 5-case HTA is at 6 p.m. my time, which is 10 hours from now. So yeah, I'm doing the 5-case HTA today at 6. So it'll probably take me, what do you think, 1 hour, 2 hours to do that? I'm not sure. They're pretty fast. It'll probably take me an hour to do 5-case HTA. Yeah, I didn't get any. My hope is the ones I have will go back to the price I paid for them at some point. But yeah, I have the first one, and I think I paid like, I definitely bought when it was on its way up. I bought it like $600 a box, and it went as high as $1,000. And I was waiting for a Christmas break, but by the time Christmas came around, they were like $350. And I was like, yeah, I'll just sit on them. And I'm still sitting because I think they're like $250 now. But they're the first Sapphire for Star Wars. So I do feel like those will go back up. So I'll just keep sitting on them. It's no big deal. And then I bought the second one, and it kind of dropped too. So after I bought 2 in a row, and they both technically lost money on the shelf, I was like, yeah, I think I'll sit the next one out. So I didn't get it. But if I had sold those right away, I'd have made money on them. It's just because I held them that they didn't. Yeah, no, we're doing that because we're amping up with Fanatics. You know, the different products we're breaking and how many 100 casers we can do. You know, like we just did Heritage, Luis Baez. We just did Series 1, Series 2's around the corner. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just do back-to-back 100 casers. It'll kill me. So we just needed somebody else, at least one more person. So we've got a couple more that we're gonna try out and just see, but I think they'll both work out, and then maybe we can, you know, not be live 8 hours a day each. You know what I mean? Yeah, the price was kind of a turnoff, but they sold it out, so I mean it made sense from their point of view. But if you were buying a flip, you know, it's hard. It's definitely hard. I always feel like more, you know, there should be meat left on the bone. Like you shouldn't say, hey, this product, you know, can go as high as this, so we're going to start it at that price. I think that's a mistake. But, you know, it's working, so what the hell do I know, you know? We've got the UFC Midnight, so I was going to try to get her to break that. But I don't know if she'll be ready yet, so, you know, I'll probably break it and then maybe have her sit in with me or something like that. But, yeah. We have another office intended for another breaker, so we can put her in there eventually. Isaiah Drake. What is that? Blue pattern? Blue something. Blue auto. I do like these, but they're just kind of too common. The AI and the Prospect Power Up are just too common. You know, I feel like inserts, you know, one per box is probably the most you want to do, you know, in my opinion. Now, with the top 100, there's 100 of these, you know what I mean? So that one I get, you know, maybe that one needs to be maybe as much as 4 per box or something like that, but you know, these other inserts where there's only 30 in the set, you know, I don't think you should be hitting them that much as they're hitting, you know. I remember the old 80s Fleer where the inserts were so rare that they're, you know, they were really good cards. All right, we have 2 boxes left of case 1. Case 1, 2 boxes left. Then we'll do a recap video and go to case 2. All right, 8 a.m. It does not feel like I've been live for 2 hours. I'll be honest with you. It feels like I've been live for maybe 20 minutes, you know? And it's already been 2 hours. That's crazy. Colin Hawk. Yeah, this is still case 1. I want to say like almost $70 a case for the paper, which is about going rate, you know. I got, I think 65, maybe a hair more than 65 a case. Yep, just one more box. But we did bonus product before we started. It didn't take me 2 hours to do the first case. Probably over an hour though. It'd probably take me, I'm not exactly sure, but definitely over an hour. I thought it was gonna be I thought this was gonna be the auto. Kevin Sim. Yellow to 75. We're doing numbers over on Twitter. So, hello to everybody on Twitter. Twitter doesn't, they don't comment much. But, it's doing numbers. Normally I'm breaking it, you know, midnight, not 8 a.m. Somebody sees that I'm live, they're like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, the paper I sell just as one lot because it's just a lot. You know what I mean? It's a lot. It would be smart to break it up by player and sell it by player, but we just don't have the time. You know, we're still, we just finished breaking Heritage, so they're shipping the first half of Heritage now, and then I'm gonna have to have 2 teams. I'm gonna have to have one team doing Bowman and one team doing the second half of Heritage. So it's gonna be crazy. Hey, there's a rookie auto. Nolan Chanel rookie auto. All right, that's pretty nice. Little rookie refractor auto. It's our first rookie auto, and we haven't hit an insert auto yet. So you have about a 67% chance of hitting a rookie auto in hobby. 67% chance. And the most likely to hit is a refractor. That's your most common. Then it's blue and base. Blue and base. And then I think it's orange. Actually. Yeah. Yeah, those are definitely the top 3 as of today. Probably after that you're gonna go what? Aiden Smith, right? I think Aiden Smith. Maybe George Lombard. Might be top 5. It's close to that anyway. It's close. All right. 1 box left for case 1. Hey, what's up, man? How are you? Hey, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Right? Yeah, like I was finishing up for the night. Yeah, there's been a lot of times where somebody's been like, all right, I'll see you later. And then they go to bed and then they get up and I'm still live. I won't have any staff come in. I did bonus product for this. So I did half a case of HDA and half a case of Jumbo. So I didn't count it as like, I'm just gonna list it in the recap as a bonus product. And then I did 2 tiny personals, but those only took a minute each, so I wouldn't really count those. They were pretty fast. Yeah, one of the things I was seeing when I was going through the old tweets was the 25-hour break. Remember that? I did a 25-hour stream, and we hit like 4 superfractors that night. Well, that day, more than a day, but 25-hour stream is crazy. We need to do that again sometime soon. That would be a lot of fun. Yes, exactly. Yes, sir. Mike Bove. Am I American? Me? Yeah. Jose Rodriguez. Well, you could. The problem is there's a lot of downtime afterwards. Like I gotta generally take an entire day off. You know, but yeah, we could. I was thinking the same thing. We could do it during this. It's just the crash afterwards, because it's a pretty big crash. Because 25 hours takes a lot out of me. I'm too old for that shit. You know what I mean? Too old. I'm too old. All right. Yeah, there's a nice card. Dylan Cruz. Dylan Cruz to 150. A nice little hit right there. A little something, something. I see, yeah. Yeah, the drinking break is tough. That is definitely tough. I mean, I guess it depends, you know, how much drinking we did, but yeah. I remember the one we did. I don't know how long ago it's been. Less than a year, but it was really bad. I couldn't figure out how to turn off the camera. I was like, and the stream kept going ding, ding. You know, like you're doing it wrong. But yeah, it was crazy. Here's our auto, and it is Jacob Burke. Jacob Burke. All right, so let's see how many color and stuff we hit in this case. We got 2 of the case hit inserts. Anime and Gladiators. Oh, there's a power up. Parallel. Those are tough. Just leave the camera running while I'm asleep. Bro, if I couldn't figure out how to turn it off, I damn sure couldn't figure out how to unplug it. I think you underestimate just how drunk I was at the time. I remember coming in and the camera, this camera that I'm using, it's like, I don't know if it's quite 5K, but it's thousands of dollars, right? And I came in after a drinking break. It was on the ground. So I asked the boys, I was like, did you guys knock this over? They're like, no, you did. I'm like, oh, okay. Never mind then. I guess I can't yell at you guys for it, but yeah. They're like, no, you did. It's like, all right, here we go. All right, my friends. So this is case one. Case one. Here is your paper. A lot of paper in hobby. Jordan Adams, 25 is pretty good. These look red, but I guess they're pink. Well, that one's the hot pink. That one's a good one, but I don't know what those are. We'll figure it out. And a little Jordan Adams rookie. Here's your color. We got Jose Rodriguez, Dylan Cruz. That's pretty nice. Suero, Kevin Sims, 75. Luis Baez, Diaz, Walker Jenkins. Jared Dickey to 25. Nimala, Cole Foster, Paul Skeens, Wagner, Brando Mayea, Yoendry Vargas, Deturi, Vradenberg, Basayo, Lombard Jr., Tejada, Cespedes, Jackson Merrill, Elkins, Justin Crawford, Cooper Pratt, and Byron Churio. All right, that's actually pretty cool. And then we got an anime of Jason Dominguez and a Gladiators of Ronnie Mauricio. Go with our case hits. And here are our autos. We had 1, 2, 3, just 3 color, but we also had a rookie. So Jared Burke, Nolan Chanel, Isaiah Drake, Anthony Skull, Capri Ortiz, Cesar Quintas, Luke Adams, Diego Benitez, Ryan Lasco, and Manuel Tejada, Douglas Glod to 99, and another Lasco. So Lasco doubled up. But only 3 color and 1 rookie. That's interesting. That is interesting. So really no rookies to mention. I guess I'll just use that as the photo. It's kind of a cool card to make the photo of. But yep, case 1. Let's do case 2. All right, my friends. Let me just put these videos up so that they'll load. I'll load these videos while I go grab the other case, just in the other room, so it'll only take a second. But let me see, what are we gonna call these? So this was free HTA box for Chris Brown 1. And then this was Ethan 518. And then this was this one was recap case 1. Okay. Let me get these videos up. All right, those are loading. While that's loading, I'll grab your case. All right, here we go. Case 2. Case 2. Hey, it was actually 6:01. 6:01 a.m. Yes, sir. Very punctual. 6:01. Thank you very much. Okay, my friends, let's do it. This is case 2. Good morning, Jamie. How you doing, man? I can't believe you doubted me. Now, you could unplug the camera after drinking break, but what about the mic? Because that'll still run. The mic's separate. This way and this way. All right, here we go. All right, case 2. And first pack auto. Did not want to do that. Eric Bautista. Eric Bautista. Definitely looking for different names. That's what we want to see. Different names. We don't want to see it in pack 1. Hey, good morning. So tell me, are you guys going to work? You going to be able to watch it work or no? Like open it in a browser and then pair it to your headphones? Tell me how you're going to do it. I love hearing it. All right, we got to check the time. 8:20. I want to see how long it takes to do a case. I don't actually know. Usually it takes me just over an hour, but I'm not sure. Hobby's always slower, obviously, than jumbo, but got Yanquiel Fernandez. That's your purple paper. Board meeting at 10 a.m. Uh-oh. You know, I haven't been in a board meeting. Honest to God, I have not been to a board meeting since like 2001. It's been a long time since I've had to sit at a board meeting. Around the table with, you know. Been a long time. I remember the first time I was invited to a board meeting before it was mandatory. That was like a big deal to me, you know what I mean? You guys want me to go to the board meeting? They're like, yeah, go, but don't say anything. Xavier Isaac. That was a lifetime ago. Yeah, exactly. True story. Augustin Ramirez. Got an orange. Brooks Lee orange chrome. TV in your office. That's cool. Usually people tell me that they have it open in a tab so they can tab over, you know, if somebody comes by. Yeah. I started 2.5 hours ago. About 2.5 hours ago. And Jay Brooks will be in soonish. I don't really know when, but soonish. Yeah, that wouldn't be the first time for that either. I've had people tell me, I was like, well, are you allowed to watch it work? They're like, my boss is here too. We're both watching. I was like, oh, all right, well, that's probably fine then. Colton Ledbetter. I really like these. I know I've brought it up, but I don't know if anybody's new to the stream this morning. But look at the pattern on the pattern paper. Isn't that cool? Like the peacock feather pattern kind of thing. I'm down for it. It's pretty awesome. Oh, that's not nice. I don't have very many jumbos. I do have some though. I've got 3.5 cases of jumbo, and I have 1 case of HTA that are not spoken for, and that's it. Now I have to use some of the jumbo for mystery boxes, but not very many. Maybe a case. Probably use a case for mystery boxes, I would guess. And then yeah, I told him not to worry about it because, if he comes in later, he can be breaking and I can be working on heritage. You know what I mean? We can kind of tag team it. Farmelo. I didn't want us both to start at 6 a.m. I mean, not that he was coming in at 6 a.m., but when I left here last night after 10, and he was still here working on heritage, so. Jace Young. You guys got it figured out. He'll probably do a couple cases before he breaks for Chick-fil-A. That's funny. He's not used to doing this hobby stuff. I told him, I was like, I used to do them by the hundreds. And he was like, what do you mean by the hundreds? And I was like, bro, in 2015 and 2016, I opened over 500 cases of Bowman Draft. 2015 Bowman Draft. It was a terrible product. Don't get me wrong. It was a terrible product. They put all the hits in Asia, right? They put all the hits in Asia. So, like, I was able to get cases for $400 each, and then I would run them $450, and I would run them at 50 at a time. I would run 50 cases at a time. And because they were so cheap, people would join them even though they were garbage. They were cheap garbage, you know what I mean? $400 for a hobby case? That's a good deal. So, Carlos Silva. So that's what we did. And I just kept buying them. And I think Blowout probably just bought the remainder from Topps because Topps couldn't sell it. It was just sitting in Topps warehouse. And I think Blowout, I don't know this, but I'm pretty sure that Blowout just bought the rest of the inventory from Topps at probably fire sale prices because Topps needed the space for, whatever was coming next. 16 Bowman or, whatever. And I did over 500 cases of Bowman Draft that year. That's crazy. And they were all hobby. They were all hobby cases. 500 of them. So this is nothing. I mean, I didn't do them all at once. Don't get me wrong. I didn't run a 500 case break. I did like a dozen 50 casers, and they were so cheap. People were just jumping on them. And I would run one, and then I would ship it, and then I'd run another one and ship it. And since they were, $400 a case, everybody was joining them. Anyway, good times. So, I don't know, muscle memory? You know, I can just kind of still do it. I'd rather do jumbos. Man, I'd rather be one of those outfits running 100 cases of HDA today. You know what I mean? But we didn't get 100 cases of HDA. We got 100 cases of hobby, and it wasn't easy. So, you know, I'll break what they'll sell me. I'll break what they sell me. Dylan Cruz. Dylan Cruz paper to $4.99. Ooh, sorry. You got an ad for Chick-fil-A. Hey, that's awesome. That's incredible. I love it. That's so funny. Camilo Diaz. Valencia. Here's a raw. You know what got me with Heritage, and it's a silly thing, but right here on my fingers, because of the this doesn't look like much, but if it's constantly rubbing, and Heritage was constantly rubbing right there on my fingers, to where I had to tape them. I had to tape them because it was just it hurt. You know what I mean? Like it hurt. Devers. But I think I'm used to it. You know what I mean? I'm used to it. Some packs are hard to open. Like, you'll get to this point and you'll pull and they won't open, so you'll have to tense up and pop them, you know? And when that happens and you're opening case after case after case, Carlos Silva, and you're struggling, this muscle right here, whatever this is, man, that'll be on fire. I'll literally stop breaking. I'll be like, look, y'all, I gotta take a break. I gotta take a break. Tops isn't that bad. Sometimes they are. Like 2020, they started using the same pack out company that Panini was using, and they've used it for a couple products. And Panini packs are like that, where you've got to, really pull. You just got to pop them. And so 2020 Heritage is really hard to open, to the point where I won't open it. I'll add it to like giveaways and stuff like that. Yeah, Gypsy Queen. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Yeah, Gypsy Queen was like that. And if I get a product like that, I won't open it. And I was really worried about Heritage because we did, 111 cases of Heritage. I was really stressing. And so when it came in, the first thing I did was open it up and got the first pack and took a breath, and it popped right open. I was like, okay, good. Good. But it's the company they used for the pack out. and they used that same company. That I think Fanatics owns that company now, you know. But yeah, these open like butter, so it's not a big deal. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Julio Rodriguez. Julio Rodriguez anime. That's a great looking card, man. I just really like these. I like the anime. So that's our first case hit out of case 2. I get a photo. I gotta post it. It's beautiful. It's such a cool card. The animes are cool. I really like them. I like the gladiators too. Don't get me wrong. But I really like the 55 Bowman design. I think it was smart. And I've got these wood border stands. I really should have been using this. This isn't really wood border. It's just supposed to look like a wood border with a burned in logo, but it's all just plastic. It's all just plastic. But it really works well with this card, you know. I didn't use it the first one I took, which was dumb, but I just blame it on being early. It was too early in the morning. So, cool card. I really like them. I think that was a steal. I think, I mean, as long as they sell for what I would imagine they'll sell for, I think that spot was a steal. Luke Adams. I want to say that's 2 for him. No, Luke Adams. 1 each case. Like, you don't want to pull too hard on the pack because you don't want the cards to go flying, but at the same time, you don't want to have to cut open every pack because it doubles the amount of time it takes. But sometimes my arms will be hurting, like that muscle right there will be hurting, and I have to cut them open. And I just, you know, you just nick it, and then it opens. But I'd have canceled the break. I'd have been like, look, we couldn't get the cases. Just take $100,000 loss. I don't care. We couldn't get the cases. $112,000 down the drain. I'd have been like, I've got the cold. Jay Brooks has to open them all. I got a thing from YouTube where it said that YouTube would place ads in my streams. So sorry about that if you guys get ads. I don't control it. It just does it, you know. Like, even if I turn off monetization's on, don't get me wrong. But even if they were like, if you turn off monetization, they still run those ads. It's just you don't get any of it. You know what I mean? Like, you're not getting any of the revenue. So you can turn off monetization, but it doesn't turn off ads. So I was like, what's the point? You know what I mean? I might as well just run it. And it used to be you could set it to where they would only run ads like in the beginning or the end. You can't do that now. Now they're like, we'll decide where they go. Yeah, I mean, you know, back in the day, if you got one blue auto in a hobby case, that was about right, you know. So I don't know. We hit 3 color autos in the first case, plus a bunch of refractors. So if we hit 3 or 4, I feel like that's right. I mean, it's only 12 autos. Oh, they go higher? All of a sudden, they're like, Chick-fil-A! That's funny. I didn't know that. I don't see the ads. You know what I mean? So, sometimes I know there's ads because everybody goes, nobody chats for like 90 seconds. I'm like, yeah, they're in an ad. Yeah, they're in an ad. Antonio Anderson. what I did, because I watch a lot of YouTube, I just got the YouTube Premium. It's like, I don't know, like $14 or something like that a month, which is high, but you don't see the ads, and man, that makes a difference. And I just watch a lot of YouTube, so I didn't want to see the ads. Abraham Nunez. I was watching that Fallout show last night. I watched one episode. I think I watched episode 4, and they run like 2 or 3 ads before it starts, and then that's it. But I'm like, bro, get to the show. Got a purple Luke Adams. Hey, Jacob Wilson. So he hasn't seemed to be rare. That's the second one I hit. I think one was for Ethan 518, but there's a nice blue Jacob Wilson. Those spots went kind of cheap, because they didn't expect to hit. So it's nice to hit them. I know with HTA, they have a lot of exclusive color. So you're hitting a lot of color in the HTA that you can't hit anywhere else. What do we got here? Oh. The Rookie of the Year insert's like green, so I always think it's a parallel, but it's just the base is just green. All right, that's box what, 4? Case 2. All right. Oh, I forgot there's pearl packs too. What are they, 1 in 10, 1 in 20 cases? Forgot all about those. I did it wrong. That way and then that way. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Pearl King. Yeah, that's right. I wonder if we'll be Pearl. If I'll be the Pearl King again. I don't know. Hopefully. Hopefully. I'm gonna finish off this coffee. That was kind of cool what we did with the pearls, right? We made the packs and everything. That was cool. It was a little expensive, but it was cool. It was worth it. It was worth it. Luke Adams. The Luke Adams hot case. That would be pretty awesome. Pretty cool. Just got to make sure Jay Brooks doesn't steal him again. You know? Samuel Zavala. Yeah. I remember when we did it, somebody opened it, like tore the card apart and was like, I didn't have any Pearl cards in there. Like it was a rip card, you know? They were like, mine was defective. I opened it up and there weren't any Pearl. I was like, oh no. Oh man. And then somebody else said it was, wasn't worth anything. And I was like, well, I wouldn't expect anybody to sell them on eBay. It was just kind of like a token to memorialize the break, It was a big break. And I thought it might be the last, So I wasn't sure. So if it was the last, I wanted everybody to have something kind of cool. No, I didn't have enough for everybody, but as many people as I could, Anyway, yeah, true story. But yeah, somebody opened it. It said mine didn't have any Pearl cards. Herman Ramirez. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I was like, okay, there's 99 of these now. Because I think we made 100. There's 99 of these left. And then the one guy that said it was worthless said he threw his away. So I was like, okay, 98. Oh, all right. There's another case hit. Spotlight. Is that Dylan Cruz? Yeah, Dylan Cruz Spotlight. That's a cool card. These are better, rarer. They are better than because instead of one per box. The problem is that people remember them as one per box. So now that they're one every 2.5 cases, you know what I mean? I feel like as long as they keep them rare and don't yo-yo them back and forth, eventually they'll become valuable as they should be. But they were so common last year. I think making them rare is smart. I think it's the right idea. I just think it might take some time before it becomes recognized, like people really understand that they're rare. But Dylan Cruz, that's the right name. No, not yet. We've only hit one. But I mean, we're only, 4 or 5 boxes in? I think we'll probably hit 3, 4 color autos a case, I think. That's my guess. Maybe an insert, maybe a rookie per case. We don't have either one of those yet, but Dylan Cruz is a good one. So a nice hit. Yeah, pretty good. All right, this is box 6. Vargas. Alfredo Duno. Bonilla. Little over an hour, looks like. I started this one at 8:20. So a little over an hour. I might get it down to an hour if I, go crazy, but that's about what I was expecting. Usually my first case is an hour and a half because it's the first time I've opened it. And then after that, I drop it down to like hour and 10 minutes, something like that. Heritage was taking me an hour and 45, so, if I can do these in an hour and 15, that's much better, But I started at 8:20, so I'll know when I get done with this case. But this is the 6th box, and it's 8:54, so it's been 34 minutes. And we're not quite halfway, so, Probably with the recap, it'll be hour and 15. It's about right. And I might get faster. I mean, this is only my second case. But hobby can be a grind, obviously. We'll probably not see that till tomorrow, but it gets to be a grind. I'm hoping for a color auto this box. So we're due for some color. Guzman, David Guzman, 199. I thought that was going to be the auto there for a second. Uh-oh. Lawrence Butler, 75 out of 75. Little rookie auto. Lawrence Butler. All right. We've hit a rookie auto both cases, so that's good. We're up a little bit on that. So that's our rare. I mean, we hit a red auto, don't get me wrong, but that's our rarest auto out of hobby. We hit red and gold out of HTA, and I think we hit gold out of jumbo. But so far, that 75 is our rarest out of hobby. It's only a case and a half, though. Shit. To 150. Now that's a nice card. Gladiators of the Diamond. I think that's my first Gladiators this case. There might be another one because obviously that one's color. But yeah, Ellie Gladiators to 150. When you have case hits, I wouldn't make a 150. You know what I mean? I think the rarest parallel, or the least rarest parallel I'd want is probably a gold. So I don't really agree with that decision. I'm not against it. It's a great looking card. But I mean, when you have a case hit, you don't really want the parallels to be 150 or 100 or anything like that. You really want them to be 50, 25, 5, and super. You know, keep it rare. But that's a very small criticism. I wouldn't even call it a complaint. You know, just a small criticism. But 75 out of 75, Lawrence Butler. Congrats. And we're definitely going to get a photo of this Ellie here in a second. It's a really nice looking card. So congrats to the Gladiator spot. That's their third hit because of the bonus product. I think they're third. Yeah, third. Yeah. Third, maybe fourth. Damn, I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore. Kyle Teal, $2.99. Paper. Ryan Vanderhey. Everybody went quiet. No. No, I was not. I was not doing that. Yanquiel Fernandez. I would never do that. So you can chalk that up as a very, very emphatic no, sure. And you're gonna get it screenshot and get me in trouble. Another rookie auto, Cade Marlowe. Cade Marlowe, refractor. But no, I wasn't. I was just saying. I was talking about the parallel, how it's to 150, and I just feel like that one. If you have a case hit, you shouldn't have a parallel of the case hit that's that high. 150. I would keep it at like 50 or lower. 50, 25, 5, and superfractor. You know what I mean? Because it's a case hit. But if you see a card to 150 in Bowman, you assume that that's not very rare. You know what I mean? Like your parallel to 150 isn't really a rare parallel. That's like a blue. So when you think of a not rare parallel being a case hit, you know what I mean? Like it's all about image, and it just doesn't seem rare. It doesn't seem like it's a card you should care about, That's all. That's all I was saying. Kind of takes some of the allure away. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind case hit parallels. Like, if your base is a case hit, then your colors would be just rare. You know what I mean? So you might hit your case hit, and then maybe you'd also get a color. I don't mind them. It's just the whole 150, I think, is like a disconnect, Trey Turner. But it's a minor thing. It's not a big deal. I think I'd like to see a little bit more color in the autos, but I've only opened a case and a half. You know what I mean? So they might have more colorful cases, or this case might be more colorful. But the first case only had 3 color in the autos, so, and like the rarest one was like a green. I would like to see more color than that, But you've got orange exclusive, so those are gonna show up. But we haven't hit one yet. We've hit oranges, we just haven't hit the auto. Landata? 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 I don't know. I don't know how to say that one. Yeah, exactly. You would get a base, and then if you got a parallel, it would be extra. Yeah, right. That's true. That's true. I didn't actually pour through the odds much. I looked at rookie autos. That was basically it. Um, because the odds came so late, they didn't really matter to me at that point. I had sold everything, so I didn't really study the odds. So I don't know. Either that or they weren't planning to make it as rare originally. Like the gladiators might have been more like one per box originally, something like that. And they realized they were really cool looking, and so they decided to make them rare. I'm not sure, but I don't know. But I mean, you can see print run. It didn't seem like it was jacked up too much. It seemed like it was pretty close to last year, you know. Of course, there's a lot of last year still around, so maybe that's why. But it didn't look like they had amped it up. I could be wrong because again, I didn't. Odds came out late for me, so I didn't. I really didn't bother. By the time odds came out, I have to have already sold. I can't wait till a day before the product releases to sell. You know what I mean? So I was already sold out by that point. The odds came out on what, Monday? With a Wednesday release. That's just, Luis Baez. Luis Baez Refractor. That's a nice card. Well, I mean, generally your insert, your case hit is your case hit, and then the parallel is rarer. So it's rarer than a case hit, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? But I do the same thing. I would say 2 case hits if I got a parallel. Just because I assume. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess we'll find out with spotlights, Maybe that's jumbo odds they were mentioning. Because, I would assume jumbo would be a little bit better. Caminero, Rookie of the Year, parallel. That's the only thing I could think of was maybe they were talking about jumbo odds, and maybe jumbo odds were better. All right, 4 boxes left. You leave my chasm alone. Math is math. Chasm is chasm. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's good point. Good point. Do you think with the parallels, though, that maybe the parallels make it to 2.5? Maybe that's what it is. If you add them all up. Jose Tena. But I mean, the odd sheet can definitely be wrong. They've been. There's usually at least something on there that's not right. Kendall George. Michael Arroyo. 125. I really like this one. It's kind of cool, but too common. Heston Kjerstad. Ramon Ramirez to 299. So that's another color. What is that? Is that 3 or 4? That's 3. Oh yeah, that's funny. They did that. They did that with something else. In Heritage, they had a 99 chrome on the checklist, but it's always been 100. And then Josh Lowe ended up having one. Namal is a good add to that checklist, so that helps. right, next box. You know what would make my morning? A pearl pack. Shit. I should have noticed the pack returned. Chandler Pullard. Did we already hit him? Chandler Pullard. Nope. I think it was the last case. Chandler Pullard. All right, I'm going to have to get some breakfast. I had a donut at 5:30 a.m., but I'm hungry. I could probably use another coffee. What do you guys think? What should I get? Should I just go get it, or should I order it? I feel like I should get Chick-fil-A because I can get the nugget meal and hash browns and then a coffee from the Dunkin' that's across the street. Huh? I need to know if you guys think that's a good plan. Or should I just order it, pay the extra money, and then that way I can just stay here, keep going. I've only been live for 3 hours and 17 minutes. It's not like I've been live very long. Hey, what's up, Mosstown? But I can always, I'm coming back. I'm not going to stop, but probably go off for, what do you think? 20 minutes? Maybe half an hour, and then just start the stream back up again? I'm finishing, this 10 caser is going to happen today. I know I didn't promise that. I said we'd do it in 2 days, but we're doing it today. So, Mookie Betts. $11 minutes. I don't know. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's not possible. One, the Chick-fil-A is a little farther away, and it's a different Dunkin'. It's the one by the Chick-fil-A. You know what I mean? So it's not the same Dunkin'. And I know Chick-fil-A drive-thrus are fast, but they're not that fast. We did Dunkin' Run at like 4:30 in the morning, so I didn't have to worry about anybody in front of me. At Chick-fil-A, even at 9:30, there's going to be a line. Yeah, I don't think I'll beat that 11 minutes, but I think I could probably have it done in like half an hour, and be back and start up again. I could order, though. I could just do that. too much traffic. I mean, not at 9:30. I mean, there is traffic, but Tampa always has traffic, but not like Atlanta. But it won't be too bad at 9:30. I mean, this is probably one of the low times. 9:30 to probably 10:30 is probably low, and then it picks up for lunch, and then, you know, school and stuff like that. So it's probably high until maybe 6:30, and then after 7 it gets lowish again. Probably my best time, to be honest with you. All right, let's not hit first pack auto. First of all, let's put it down here, and then let's do that. All right, I do. Ooh, chartreuse. Is that how you say it? Chartreuse. It does look like Shrek. It does. Oh no. It does look like Shrek. It is an ugly color. That is an ugly color. I don't know what to tell you. That is terrible. So that's gonna go to the black paper spot. Because they're both the 15, and there's not black paper for prospects. There is for vets. Which doesn't make any sense. Black paper is much better than this. That is just downright horrid of a color. I feel like it's kind of a waste. That is brutal. To make that color and then make it to 15, that's a mistake. It's noticeably different. Hold on, I'll show them both to you at the same time in just 1 second. But so there and there. Like, you know right away it's not the same. It looks more similar on camera than it does in person. In person, it looks more like Shrek than the neon green does. Oh, I thought you had a Gibbs and Y. Exorcist vomit color. Yeah, that's pretty much it. They're like into the greens. I don't know. Somebody at Fanatics really likes green, because like there is so much green in everything. I don't know. And the crazy thing is they had a black pattern that was that spot, and they replaced black pattern with that. Like, the sell sheet says black pattern to 15 and doesn't mention that one at all. Matt Horvath. You know what I mean? So like, why? Why? I don't know. I don't know why. It seems like, you know, like maybe black pattern was fine. Especially the way oh, I see. Especially the way the patterns are now. Like, the patterns are awesome. The blue and the purple that I've pulled are really cool. So the black is going to be, you know, on point. But instead, we got that. I don't know. Josue de Paula. I don't know. It was an interesting choice. Like somebody said, you know what? Nix the black and add Exorcist vomit color instead. I don't know who did that or why they did it. I mean, if you're adding a color, okay. I mean, you're running out of colors. You gotta come up with something new. I get it, but don't replace a color. You know, especially black. Black's cool. And then, according to the odds, they left black for vets. They only changed it for prospects. So I don't know. I don't know why you would do that. Hey, another case hit. We got the same look. 2 case. Hold on. Let's get 2 case hits. We were talking about it in chat. He's gonna shoot me for saying that. It's not a case hit. Hey, what's up, buddy? I added to your paper. I added. We opened half a jumbo case, and I just added it to your paper. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I got you. Orange auto, big first. Come on, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yes. Damn, I don't do that. That's not me. Hold on, wait. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. Sorry, that's how I do it. That's a great hit. I'm excited. I needed a big hit. Like, I know we're only 2 cases in, but I didn't have like a big hit yet, and I was feeling it. Like, I was feeling sad. Woo! Holy cow, you guys. What the heck just happened? That is amazing. That is a big card. Don't tell anybody I yelled like that. I don't do those yelling things. Don't tell Jay Brooks. don't tell Jay Brooks. I don't yell. I got really excited. I feel so much better all of a sudden. Like, you have no idea. Well, I guess you do, because I just made all kinds of noise. Bro, I feel so good. Like, wow. Hold on, I gotta stand. All right. One touch. Sorry, I apologize. What I tell Jay Brooks, just act like you've been there before. Don't scream. And then I scream like a girl. It was worth it, though. It was worth it. Such a beautiful card. Oh my gosh. told you we were due for an orange. Whew. Not if you guys don't tell him. Just don't. Shh. Don't tell him. He'll never know. If you don't tell him, I won't tell him. And that's two of us just not telling him. That's how we do it. That's how we keep it together. I also wanted to take a picture of this Ellie, but now I'm not gonna. I'm gonna let that Dylan Cruz marinate. You know what I mean? I'll let that Dylan Cruz marinate up there. All right, let's finish this box. Man, what a big card. Whew. And at least I didn't jump up and down and scream, "It's a Tesla! It's a Tesla!" You know what I mean? At least I was, relatively cool. That was a really good box. Imagine if that was your personal box. Might as well head to work. All right, we have one box left in this crazy good case. And then I'm going to get off. I'm going to get off, go get something to eat, come back, start up again. All right? I'm a little hungry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Blue paper's cool, man. Blue pattern paper. That's the pattern. Little peacock feather pattern there. It's awesome. Julio Rodriguez. Julio Rodriguez. Kelly, did you see the card I just hit? It was a nice card. I very calmly showed it to chat. I did not freak out. So don't let anybody you shouldn't rewind. Actually, just rewind right to when you see the card, and then that's it. Don't go any farther. Caminero. Yeah. Pretty nice. Ronnie Hernandez. Tops might retweet that one. That might get me out of breaker jail. I got put in breaker jail. That might get me out. Oh, that's another big one. Dang. Sebastian Walcott, 29 out of 100. That is another huge card. Wow. Wow, wow. Well, this case is so much better than the last case. I think we hit 5 color in this one. I think we've got 5 color, which is not bad out of 12 autos. 5 color is pretty good. We only had, what do we have? 3 color in the last case? Yeah, I feel so much better. It might be 4. We might be 4, which is still good. But, yeah, that's another big card. That is another big card. I don't know. I mean, my jumbo was pretty good. I only opened half a case, but it was pretty good half a case. But I mean, wow, we're doing numbers with this second case. That's for sure. Pretty happy about it. And those 2 case hits. That's right, 2 case hits. All right, so let's definitely get a photo of that. My first case was kind of, you know, little ho-hum maybe. But the second case was insane. Insanely good. The second case was insanely good. Yeah, that's true. For that price. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, my friends, let me clean up the inserts real quick, and then we'll do this recap. Then I'm going to grab some breakfast and come back. All right, here we go. All right, my friends. So we had a really good case too. You got Julio with the blue pattern. That's pretty cool. Jack Hurley. That is chartreuse. I don't know. I don't know. It's a 15. It goes with the black paper spot. And Dylan Cruz. So, you know, some nice paper. Here are your Chrome. Brock Porter, Ronnie Hernandez, Mac Horvath, Josue De Paula, Colin Hawk, Cam Collier, Kendall George, Michael Arroyo, Ramon, I don't know how to say his last name, Cam Collier, Ryan Vanderhey, Yanquiel Fernandez, Yoendry Vargas, Alfredo Duno, David Guzman, Luke Adams, Samuel Zavala, Adrian Santana, Antonio Anderson, Luke Adams, Esmiel Valencia, Carlos Silva, Johnny Farmelo, Jace Young, Augustin Ramirez, and Brooks Lee to 25. Case hits. We got 4 case hits. We doubled up on the Ellie there. Gladiators. This one's a parallel. Gladiators. And then we got our first spotlight, which is Dylan Cruz. This is Dylan Cruz case. And then we got a Julio anime. So those are cool. Those are definitely cool. Let's look at the autos, though. We did pretty good with the autos. We ended up with 1, 2, 3, 5 color. 5 color. Chandler Pollard, Ramon Ramirez, Luis Baez, Caden Marlowe, Lawrence Butler, 75 out of 75. So that's 2 rookie autos in that case, 3 overall. It's pretty good. Herman Ramirez, Jacob Wilson, Luke Adams, Carlos Silva, Eric Bautista, and look at this. Sebastian Walcott, 29 of 100. 29 of 100. And Dylan Cruz, 6 of 25. Crazy. Just crazy good card. Oh my goodness. Crazy good card. So congrats. That was just an amazing case. Amazing case. Case 2. All right, I'm going to go off, but just briefly, and then I'll be back. I just got to get something to eat, get another coffee. I've been live almost 4 hours, just a hair under 4 hours already. So I just got to, recharge. All right, thank you guys. Thank you, but I do have one more gift for you, and it's my theme song.
Make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that bell for notifications. If you enjoyed what you watched, smash the like button. And if you're looking for a great group break, remember.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
been breaking for 10 years straight.
That's my
Who
God.
knows what he'll pull today? Cheap fun breaks is the big league way.
This is